I've won 2 majors. I'm very grateful for it. But, the joy that I experience compared to the joy you experience at the team event, it multiplies.
Miracle in Medinah 2012 was a miracle. I still don't know to this day how we ever won that Ryder Cup.
They got the home fans cheering.
Such a blur. There's not much talking going on, especially from Tiger. The Tiger was all business.
Unbelievable stuff from Tiger.
That was one of the most incredible buzzes I've ever had on a golf course.
There's no other place that we play that we can experience something like that.
His timing might just be perfect.
I've never shied away from it, so it was one of those, we're going to come through the brick wall no matter what happens.
What a putt from Poulter!
It still brings back all these emotions and these moments of pride.
Unbelievable stuff from Nicholas Goldstars.
I believe and I hope it will never change.
Great ball from Cairo.
It's important to realize those moments in life because it will never happen again.
That was a very special moment that is very close to my heart.
Europe, when they take the cup home! What a comeback from Europe!
Well, let me just introduce the 2012 Ryder Cup captain for Europe, Jose Maria Olaz&aacute.
Obviously, I was proud and honored. As years go by, you always think about the opportunity of maybe playing that role.
We look forward to seeing him go into Medinah and keep the trophy on this side of the Atlantic.
Jose came in with the attitude that we're going to do something that we haven't done for a few years and win an away Ryder Cup. Lost quite badly in 2008.
He's missed it, and America have got the cup back.
All away Ryder Cups have been super difficult, and any time a team has an awful lot of momentum, which they seem to have, it was hard to break it. But in terms of the internal buzz of the team, it just wasn't there that week.
And he's conceding, and Europe have won the Ryder Cup.
2010 was amazing, and then 2012, I'd won 2 major championships. I got to world #1, but I still felt like I was almost a rookie. I had way more experienced people in there than I did. Westwood, Poulter, Garcia, Justin Rose. We obviously had Ollie as the captain.
Jose is someone that, when he talks, everyone listens.
He is the last big statue of the pantheon from that generation that we have in the Ryder Cup nowadays.
He bleeds blue and gold no more than anyone else I know.
Olaz&aacute would have been the most inspirational captain since Seve.
Congratulations once again. We'll wish you luck. Thank you very much, team. Seve passing away just before the Ryder Cup in 2012 was a big blow for me.
The two of them together, from a perspective of passion, was quite incredible to grow up and watch. I idolised what they were able to do as a pair.
Seve being so close to me, I wanted him to be part of the team somehow. Seve had a tattoo of him winning at St Andrews, the last Open Championship. And I had that silhouette in the golf bag and in the sleeve of the shirts and sweaters. In a way, I think Seve was very much present at that Ryder Cup.
They were very good friends. And all those things, they add up to a lot of pressure because you don't want to disappoint the captain.
We felt the extra pressure that brought on us, but collectively, from a team perspective, it may have given us that extra little ounce of fight that we needed at the time because we were well and truly being beaten that week.
Coming to the end of day 1, and Europe trail 5-2 in the 4-ball matches. The US are looking dominant.
Actually, we didn't play back from tee to green. The main difference was on the greens. Team USA made a lot of putts, we didn't.
Right in the middle of the hole, too.
It was a phenomenal American team. And all the American teams that I faced, I felt that was the best and the most unified I'd ever seen them. Davis Love was the captain. He captained them very strongly. and the crowd was behind them. We were in Chicago, a big city. Their energy was high. And I remember with Jose Maria on the first morning on hole like 5 or 6, and Keegan Bradley and Phil Mickelson walked onto the green, and I was standing beside Jose, and Jose turned to me and he said, "We're in trouble this week." He could sense it. And then on the other hand, we were not a united team. We were not in great shape. We had a lot of players off form. We had nobody really outstanding, maybe Rory a bit, but we were really struggling.
On the tee, representing Europe, Nicholas Poulter.
I was a wildcard pick, and I also was the only rookie in the team. Most, in my case, would have been probably a bit overwhelmed to seeing who I was playing against in Tiger Woods and Steve Stricker. But I was playing well. I wanted to be part of this thing since forever. At the same time, I knew that I was playing well enough to make a contribution, and it's basically what happened.
Oh, great putt. Great putt. Well done, Nick Coulter. That'll settle him down.
I just basically made everything I looked at.
He's got another one. What a fantastic putt.
To basically play the way that you expect to play the game every time you go out, when you fantasize about how good you can be, is just something incredible.
Not again. Not again. Unbelievable stuff from Nicholas Coulter. Absolutely fantastic. Despite Coulthard's heroics, the smiles are on American faces. The home nation are 5-3 up.
We hadn't played particularly well. Jose Maria didn't feel he was getting it out of the players. He didn't feel our concentration was there. He didn't feel that we were on the edge, that we're all a little bit too happy and a little bit too soft. He felt the grit wasn't there.
Yeah, he was pissed off. He was furious. It was vocal in the team room. He was really frustrated. I've never really seen Ollie get that angry.
Me as a German, you know, I like that. You know, get straight to the point. There's no talking around something that is very obvious. He was disappointed, but on the other hand, it was only Friday.
I came into the Ryder Cup feeling a little bit under the weather, a little bit tired. My first couple matches, I didn't play very well.
You wouldn't have believed what on paper looked to be a very strong European partnership would be so soundly beaten.
Everything was going wrong. We were down 10 points to 4 late on Saturday afternoon, with myself and Sergio playing one match and Ian Poulter and Rory playing the last match.
It was getting pretty loud, it was getting pretty raucous, so you kind of put yourself in a mindset of just trying to block all of that noise out. But, you know, matches can turn.
That'll do.
Sergio and I were 4 up through 9 against Tiger and Stricker and pretty much on cruise control. No match is ever comfortable, and Tiger started doing what he started to do. Made a birdie on 10, makes another birdie, cuts into the lead, makes an amazing birdie on 16, a very tough par 4 at Medinah.
He loves the 16th green. Woods, Stricker, now only 1 down to Garcia and Donald with 2 to play.
And suddenly, we're coming to 17 and we're only 1 up. Potentially, we could lose the last 2 holes and it would be 11-4. And no team has ever come back from more than 10-6. So just in the back of my mind, I'm like, you know, the pressure's building, the crowd's getting riled up.
Standing on 13 and Rory hitting a 3-iron to 20 feet was seriously impressive.
It's a magnificent shot.
Well, when he held his putt, that was the moment where I thought, here we go.
Tiger steps up on 17 and hits this amazing 7-iron to about 5 feet. Thousands and thousands of people around it, and you're thinking, oh my God, like, you know, every golfer thinks about the worst and what could happen. But it was just such a blur, that moment. But then I stepped up last and just felt good. You just felt good over it. It was one of those moments where I'd say you were in the zone. And the ball dropped down to 2.5 feet inside Tiger.
Oh, what a shot, Luke Donald! Oh my goodness gracious me!
We halved the hole, stayed one up, ended up halving 18 and won that match.
Disappointment there for Stricker, disappointment for Tiger Woods, Sergio Garcia and Luke Donald winning by 1 hole. And what an important point that could prove to be.
And then Poulter did what Poulter does.
Great bunker shot on 15. It released nicely down there to gimme distance, which was real nice.
That's not too bad, Mr. Poulter. Absolutely magnificent. The boy has nerves of steel.
16 snaky putt coming back down the green. Cheeky downhill, left to right, right to left putt. Drops in the left side.
What a putt from Poulter!
Yeah, that's when the emotions kind of start at that point. The last was the last. You just got to make birdie. That was the time where everything goes in slow motion. If we can secure this match, and we've taken a big chunk of their adrenaline and their fan noise away, right at the end of a day which was going so perfect for them.
Poulter is a prince for Europe. Can you believe it? 5 birdies in a row.
When you see the Westwood, the McDowells, the Garcias jump out of their seats with the face that they had and the expression that they had, and of course, Poulter with his signature eyes coming out of their orbits and everything, you understand that you're witnessing a great moment of sport.
Europe trail 10-6 going into the singles.
Playing with Poulter and winning that match on Saturday evening, the whole thing was just absolutely incredible.
That fueled the next hour into the locker room. The sing-songs, the chants, the team spirit that we all love and we know.
It's not over until it's over. There is 12 matches to be played tomorrow. Of course, we have a tough task ahead, but it's not over. As simple as that.
It was a different Ollie to the Ollie that we had seen on Friday night. It was an Ollie that felt energized, who felt team spirit, passion.
I think we were excited. We were excited about the opportunity for a comeback.
We went from a low into a high energy when we had the team meeting that night, and then we got turbo boosted when we saw the draw. We had gone pretty top heavy with a lot of players playing well and our big star names because we needed to claw back that 4-point advantage and not go further behind. But when we saw the draw that America had not done that, we thought, wow, we got a chance here.
You have a feeling?
I believe, yeah, that is not over. I will, that's what I learned from Seve.
Sometimes a little divine intervention, whatever it might be, a little bit of faith in oneself, in the team, whether it's through Seve, through Jose himself, made all the difference.
Captain Olaz&aacute, thank you and good luck tomorrow.
Thank you very much.
We really did think that this was doable, even though it was a mountain still to climb.
Good morning, and welcome to the Medinah Country Club. The US take an impressive 10-6 lead into the final day singles in the Ryder Cup match.
Ian Poulter had just made 5 birdies in a row. He dragged his team up off the floor to within striking distance. He was the logical guy to go out number 1. And then we had to think about it behind the scenes, and the view was, Poulter is also the pantomime villain. He's the one that Americans want to scream at the most. When you're playing away from home, your objective is to turn down the volume, not turn it up. So we thought, rather than do that, let's put in the guy that the Americans like, a guy who lives in Chicago, who went to college in Chicago, married a girl from Chicago, and it feels part of the community.
Enjoy the next 10 hours. It's going to be unbelievable.
Obviously a massive honor for Jose Maria to put me out number 1. I think he'd seen my ability to be quiet and counter some of the noise early on.
It's the Europeans cheering.
Very quickly, one match after another turned to blue. All of a sudden, the momentum from the previous night was extended with getting early leads in a lot of these matches.
Oh, how about that to start? That is just Seve-esque.
And the Americans felt it. The Americans were going, oh my God, what's going on here? We were meant to coast to victory here, and now all of a sudden we're scrapping for our lives, and they felt pressure.
Magnificent shot from Rose. What a start from the young Englishman.
It was just incredible how one thing led to another.
This is beautifully judged. It's going in! And that's the third chip-in by the Europeans this morning.
You know, I'm thinking if I can just somehow be all square through 6, you know, I'll have settled into it and whatever, and I'm 2 up through 6, and all of a sudden, you know, I'm one of the first ones out, and my point's really important to set the tone for the rest of the team.
Oh, he's recovered well. Recovered very well. How about this? It's in! Oh, well done, Paul Laurie.
Just an amazing, amazing day.
Europe up in 6. They need to get 8 points this afternoon if they want to retain the Ryder Cup.
I feel the momentum shifting, and then just to see that turn, the quieting of the crowd as the day went on.
As much as they were buzzed on Saturday early, was as quiet as you've ever heard them on Sunday. We won the first 5 matches.
Can't believe he's done that. Look at these two. A win for Rolls. It's 11-all.
To look at a board as you're playing and you see blue is exactly what you want to keep their fans quiet.
I remember when Lee approached me and said, "How are you doing, Jose?" And I looked at the board and I wanted to say something and I couldn't. You know, and all of a sudden, you know, a couple of tears came down my eye and I couldn't say a word. That was the moment when I really could envision the fact that we could win.
I had a very interesting night. You know, I was laying in bed and I thought maybe my match doesn't matter at all. And then a couple of minutes later, I thought maybe that match could be the most important match I ever played in my life. Played against Stricker. I know it's going to be an extremely tough match because he doesn't make many mistakes. Playing the 16th hole, I realized, okay, it's about Francesco's match or my match. We were going to decide who's going to win the Ryder Cup. Olaz&aacute put his arm around me and he said to me, "You need to deliver the point. That's why I wanted you on the team." It was horrible. I thought it was horrible. You know how important that point is. And then he comes up to me and tells me that. I made a couple pars, 16 and 17. There was a mistake from Stricker to make bogey on 17. It was a nice cushion for me going on to 18, knowing that you're 1 up.
I had the ear thing, and Darren was on the radio following Martin on 18th green. And Darren already had told me that Steve had hit his first putt way past the hole, and he had a 9-10 footer coming back.
He left it 12, 15 feet away from the hole, and then it was my turn.
The next thing he said to me, "Well, Martin is ready to hit the putt." And I'm thinking, okay, just slug it up, just, put it close and make 2 putts, and that's it. We're all done.
It's a funny thing because, in Ryder Cups and match play, the only thing you focus on is try to get the ball in the hole as quick as possible. And I think it was quite fortunate that my attitude has not changed in that moment. I didn't just want to hit it close to the hole and 2 putt, but I wanted to make the first putt. I hit that putt. It was a good putt, just obviously a little bit too long.
And I'm thinking, no, my God, I couldn't hold it. I took my ear plug off and I started, walking around, looking at the ground, waiting for the noise.
On the big screen, I saw the score, and I realized, doesn't matter what Stricker does, I will have that putt, that Europe will retain the Ryder Cup. And that was all you need sometimes, you know, in golf, that you have, it's all up to you.
At one moment, I knew that Steve had made his putt, and I'm waiting there. I'm standing still, just waiting for the noise. At the Ryder Cup, you know, depending on what type of noise it is if it's your player or not.
But in that particular moment, I kept telling myself it's a very easy putt. Uphill, right to left, there's nothing to it. I was excited, I was nervous, but I was not shaky.
This to retain the Ryder Cup.
Finally, I heard the roar. I knew it was Martin making it, and it was one of the best moments in my life.
It was the biggest relief that I had in my career. Majors, they don't come close to that emotion. What the other guys did in order for me to be in that position, that was the biggest gift I received in golf.
Seeing Martin Keimer hold that winning putt, his like, I didn't do anything, but it was one of the best feelings in the world. It's hard to explain.
I will never forget my first thought. I look up in the skies, and I thought about Seve, and you know, that was a very special moment that is very close to my heart.
At that point, he did look up. You know what that would have meant and who that was for. And we did too.
Very, very emotional, Jose Maria Olaz&aacute.
Tears and looking up to the sky to his great friend Seve. It was great to see and great to win it for him.
That moment is fantastic, and it tells absolutely everything about what the Ryder Cup is all about for us.
Well, that kind of sums up Tiger Woods'
He's conceded the putt. Europe win the Ryder Cup.
A very unique moment, yeah.
Once we got back to the locker room, the only quiet place I found was the toilet. So I went to the toilet, closed the door, and just enjoyed the moment, not being on the toilet, but enjoyed the moment that I had on 18 for a second.
The whole thing was just absolutely incredible.
It's something that goes beyond my wildest dreams.
Those moments I'll cherish forever. It's the best of the best.
This moment will never happen again, and that joy that I had on that green.
The most enjoyable days of my career have been being a part of the European Ryder Cup team.
Nothing beats doing amazing things with people that you love. It's very simple.
You can't replicate that feeling of playing as part of a team and winning and feeling like you've contributed in some way, and you've done it for other people, not just yourself.
It is with great pleasure to present to you Captain Jose Maria Olaz&aacute, the Ryder Cup.
When I look back at my career, I realize that that is a huge part of my life, one that I cherish.
All men die, but not all men live. And you made me feel alive once again this week.
It has given me very emotional moments that fulfill my life in a way that it couldn't have happened any other way.